Okay. I, okay. Welcome everybody. Good morning to everyone. I think we skipped like 3 weeks of content, and there's a bunch of things that have happened in local search in general. So let's get right to it. Industry updates. So we noticed that Google. We did notice about a couple of months ago that there's a lot of AI overview content rolling out in organic search results. What we started noticing is Google being one of the largest repository of local business information. They have started using their AI overview and started rolling it out for local results as well. You can only view them when you're logged in for certain queries. They are not available for all queries. But there are a few things that we have noticed. I have provided all the images and GIFs and the source images, source content that we present with the deck that Akshita will be distributing. So you can take a look at them later on. So first of all, there's a lot of AI overview being used to summarize search results for local that we can see in searches for certain. It's only get triggered for certain type of searches at the moment. Then along with it, we are seeing a lot of AI being used to summarize information along with reviews and images that you can see on the right side. Okay. So if you search for popular restaurants in the region, if you're looking for a particular category of lawyers or something, then you can trigger some of these results, but only from a logged in state, either from your mobile or from your desktop systems. As I said, Google probably has the biggest repository of local business data, and they've started making good use of it finally. Local search is showing more and more Google profile results, and it clearly demonstrates increasing preferential treatment Google is giving to its own properties. Places, topic, review snippet, content that is getting layered with semantically relevant images. That's something you can view when you go on, check out the review section on local search results or from map searches. It kind of gives me a good indication as to why adding more images to Google is important, different types of images. For example, images for teams, images for interiors, employees, individual employees at work, your specific popular products, and even services photos to your GBP profile. So look at this example. You can even search for this business sorting their employment exchange that I found that Google is kind of trying to tie down the images along with specific reviews and to give them a facelift, as you may want to call it. Google will typically source the images from your clients' uploaded files to GBP. I've not seen indication as to they are sourcing these images from a website or any other sources for the time being. Another news that broke about a couple of weeks ago was a certain doctor being fined $5 million for fake reviews and stopping negative reviews being posted on their profile. So they even used illegal NDAs on their patients. Some of the patients, as I read, basically, this is a plastic surgeon in Seattle who did this, and they got caught and fined heavily. They maintained a 4.8 rating on Google during the pendency of the case for around 18 months. A very high rating on Yelp, but Google, for some reason, did not address the fraud in any way and still hasn't, despite this being a very public and high-profile case. Reviews are typically the top decision maker or the top decision consideration for consumers choosing a local service provider. especially doctors, lawyers, even restaurants that we have seen in research and testing phases that people have published. Uh, the name of the business is, I believe, Allure Aesthetics, and its owner, Dr. Java Sagan, was convicted of violating the Consumer Research Fairness Act. They basically forced 21,000 clients to sign agreements preventing them from leaving honest reviews and engage in additional practices like paying for the removal of negative reviews and posting fake reviews. So if you know any of your clients practicing these, I would recommend talking to them. I provided the link. History of appearing, such as okay. Thomas, are you able to hear me at all at this moment?
You're audible, Neil, I think, to most people.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Jane has a follow-up question though.
I'll answer them. I'll answer this once I get through this. Yeah, there are something. Thomas audible, audio is working. Jane has a question. Define hide reviews. Is this review gating, such as only post 5 stars on the website? If you read through the Google's guidelines, Google provides guidelines. They don't set the rule saying that you must not do it. They said you should not do this. Okay. They basically, if you read through the guidelines, what Google has to say is basically you do not give preferential treatment to customers. You basically ask for, if you want to ask for reviews, ask from everybody, all of your customers. Don't just categorically go and ask people who are happy to write your review. Okay. Again, the review policy is very iffy when it comes to local, and the review policy is even worse when it comes to local search ads. So I don't recommend doing review gating at all. I recommend that you provide an easy way for all your customers to write an honest review for you. Okay. But you can do the push internally by category, making sure that you actually reach out to the ones who are happy to definitely write a review for you. You know what I mean? But review gating internally, that's something that we stopped recommending for close to 5 years now. More than 5 years, I would say. The default setup when you ask for a sign-up review used to be gated content. Basically, there will be an internal rating option where people rates you between between 1 and 5, and based on that, you may or may not give them an option to write a review on one of the third-party sites. Don't recommend doing that because Google is coming down heavy on it. The next part of my slide addresses that. If you see if you notice the image over here, this is something relatively new. So there are consumer alerts that have started showing up on Google business profiles. Whenever Google detects any kind of suspicious review activity, basically a huge number of reviews, entire deluge of reviews from locations that are not relevant to your business. Because only someone with a Google account can write a review. It's very, very easy for Google to be able to. Yes, Jim, it is. They are coming down heavily on review gating too. So it's very easy for Google to figure out if that person is actually in that region and has done business or have been to that business before writing a review. Okay, it's gone to a stage where genuine businesses are losing out to spammers. There's kind of a cottage industry of people who are selling reviews everywhere. So that's something that needs to be restricted. So a consumer alert banner will show up on the Google profile if Google detects any kind of suspicious behavior. There will be review posting restrictions, and in certain cases, reviews get removed. I do understand it's not prone to spamming. I do understand there are times that genuine reviews are getting removed, which is the reason why we do keep a track of that. And we request that you get these reports automated on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. At least keep a count of the number of reviews you have. And that way you can track what was removed. If you want, we can automate it with the data that we capture. But this is something that Google had to do because FTC is coming down heavily on businesses and Google is going to get into trouble. The consumer alerts is something that was available or activated on Yelp several years ago. Yelp had this policy. So, but again, Yelp goes to the other extreme of saying that you should not ask for reviews at all. It needs to be a natural phenomenon. If you don't ask for it, you're never going to receive it. So I say treat carefully. Make sure your customers are not buying reviews. If you are consulting for a customer that has been doing that practice in the past, ask them to stop immediately. Okay, you do not need to create a new profile to get rid of those spam reviews. They're going to go or may stay depending on what Google decides to do with them. But stop review getting, honestly. Yeah, there are certain categories of businesses where there's more spam than the others. So I'm not going to comment on it yet. So yeah. So another industry update, and I think most of you are aware that Google is, yes, please go ahead with your question. Okay, let me know, Krita, when there's a question. I think someone has something.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, there are two other pieces of information that we covered in the past. What are the odds of being reprimanded for fake reviews? Very unlikely. The only problem is when you get caught, they make an example out of you. Okay. If a business is caught buying fake reviews, they might not catch 99 of them, or they might not catch 9,000 of them, or 1,000,000 of them. But if they find you out, if they decide to go off hard after a business, they are going to put all their efforts into closing down the business. You're basically going to lose everything. Not going to show up in search. Your profile is going to be suspended or banned forever. You won't find a way of getting a new profile. So that's the risk you run. Okay. Likelihood of Google if Google wants to, it can, but I don't think they want to pay so much attention yet. But every now and then you find a business here and there that gets caught in the net, and Google can be even including the FTC, can be very heavy-handed on their approach to counter spam or fake reviews. Anyway, there are two other information I think we had covered in the past that I'm not sure if you guys have done anything about it, but Google Business Chat is going away. So if you have chat transcript that you want to copy, download them now. July 15th onwards, people have not been able to initiate new chat using the Google Business profile interface. Secondly, is the call records function is going away. So if you want to copy over data from the GBP dashboard, please do them now, because by the end of this month, it's all going to go away. Yeah, Akshita has done up a post that you can read through with the alternative options. Right now, we don't have an alternative option for business chat. I think larger businesses will be fine, and it will be usually smaller businesses who have been using it effectively will miss it. But I do have a feeling they're either going to provide a third-party integration option like WhatsApp or other chat tools, or they might eventually bring it back with their business suite. We don't know what they're going to do yet. It just everything is conjectures at the moment. So, tips of the week. I'm not sure if all of you are aware of or you've got a chance to go into the dashboard and check it out. We launched a local grid ranking tool. That's something that has been the customers have been requesting for a very long time. If you already have an account with Synup, and if you're running a trial, you're most probably going to see it on your homepage. This is what it looks like. You have to select a specific business location to go and basically run a chat. Run a report, what am I saying? So I go here. I select a location. I go to search grid rank tracker. There are a few things you can do here. If you're inside a business already, it will select the business name and address automatically. There are certain keywords that are going to populate based on the category that they have selected. You can add your own keywords, for example, fast food. Okay, you can select the grid radius. The credits are limited in all accounts. You will receive communication related to the number of credits you receive. But each grid point on a grid rank report is actually used as one credit. So you can define the radius that you want to select. Usually keep it to 5 to 10 miles because if it's a local business, I think the majority of business comes through a smaller radius, depending on the size of the business or the type of business. So you just go type your keyword. Select the grid radius, grid points. There are 3 types of reports that you can run at the moment: the 3x3 grid, the 5x5 grid, and the 7x7 grid. Future enhancements will include additional options, and more bells and whistles will come along. Hit tab to save the keyword and just generate the report. Usually it takes around 20 to 30 seconds for the report to get generated, and it will show up in under the analytics menu. Some features share with clients. Thanks, Jane. So yeah, you get a report. You can download a PDF. Initial release did not include a PDF option, so you can download a PDF. When I'm prospecting a customer, a business that I'm going to send a proposal to, this is what I do. Okay, you need not generally run a report under one of your client's account. You can basically add your own agency. So I will basically go to Synup. That's my fake agency that I've set up. So I'll go into analytics. I go to local grid rank. I go to create a report. And instead of selecting Synup, which is auto-selected, I'll just remove Synup. I'll select and type out the name of the business that I am prospecting. Say, for example, Starbucks Reserve Roastery. The address is auto-selected. Coffee roastery near me, and run the report here. Okay. If you want, you can run multiple reports at a time. You can add multiple keywords, just segregate them by tabs. For example, I'm going after Starbucks Reserve Grocery at prospect. That's one of my prospects that I'm working with, and trying to give them a bird's eye view of how the listings are doing. And I send them, I have a copy of the listing scan tool that I've run using a white label scan tool that's provided by Synup. That's one of the reports. And then I want to create another report where I add like the top keywords, top 2 to 4 keywords that I want to run reports on. I run the reports for both the keywords. And once they complete, I basically create a new Google Doc. I take screenshots of both the reports with the keywords and put them on the doc and send it out to my prospective clients with my business logo and stuff. Showing them that this is your current situation. These are the keywords that I tried searching for you, and this is where you rank. And that way I send them a bird's eye view of their listings as well as their online visibility together, instead of just downloading one PDF and sending over to them. That makes no sense. I would add some content to it so that it makes more sense to them. And what am I trying to pitch? Reports, credits, they replenish every month based on your plan. So there are a certain number of credits that is assigned to you per location. In the future, we will add the option of buying more credits on your own as an add-on. But in the meantime, if you're doing a large amount of prospecting for customers or for your sales team to reach out, just let us know. We can add more credits under one or more of locations if you're using them for prospecting. Just reach out to your CS team or just shoot us an email to support. And we welcome any feedback that you can provide. It will only help us improve the report and provide you with better information. Anchor text. So yes, I was reviewing, doing some work for a couple of customers over the last couple of weeks, where they were trying to find out or get a report about their backlinks. And I started digging further and started looking at more and more customers. What are people doing with their anchor text, and trying to find unnatural patterns of anchor text during link building. So when you're building backlinks, it's okay to use the exact match keywords like lawyers or dentists or orthodontists or garage door repair, tree services. Based on the nature of the business, they are okay. They are completely natural. But when you start using anchor texts like best dentist in Chicago, best lawyer in Boston, or best tree service provider in San Jose, or even auto repair in Franklin, Tennessee, they start getting into that unnatural realm. Because honestly, no one in their right mind would link to another website in that manner. They just don't look natural. Okay. So if you're doing that, I would recommend look at your existing anchor text and see if you're diversified enough, or if you try and avoid any kind of pattern that can easily be detected. If you have already done them, that's okay. If they had a previous provider who had done that, it's okay. You do not need to sit and disavow until unless your site is in trouble or you see a manual penalty. But just keep in mind not to do that. Avoid any kind of unnatural patterns that can be easily be detected, and the site can get penalized for it, for no fault of theirs. Okay. And now there has been some chatter about Google Business Profile ranking factors again. Someone ran a test about menu items being a factor, popular times, opening times being a factor to make sure that businesses are open at during that time. Keywords in reviews keep flaring up now and again. I thought it would be good to do a recap of what works versus what not works. So I created one deck, listed out the actual fields that impact ranking in Google. Some of them are well-established facts right now. Some of them are in the iffy category. So business name, yes. Business title or business name is a huge ranking factor. I would say it's one of the most important ranking factors. If you can register a business with the main keyword in the business name, nothing like it. Okay. They continue to have a huge impact globally in every local search. Address, as we know, local search is all about location. So yes, if you want to rank in a region or you rank in a city, the closer you can get, or if you can get a office in the city, you can optimize the hell out of it. It is definitely a huge ranking factor. Categories, primary categories, secondary categories are both ranking factors. So select your primary categories correctly, because it has a little more impact than a secondary category in Google. I think you can select up to 10 at the moment, primary and secondary included. Website, authority of the website, the quality of the website is a ranking factor in local searches. Hours, yes. If your business is open from 9 to 5 and people are looking for a category of businesses 8 in the morning or 7 in the morning, they're more likely to find the businesses that are actually open during those hours than the other business that opens later on. Okay. Ranking in local pack or in maps fluctuate based on opening hours. Reviews is a huge ranking factor, not necessarily the count of reviews, but the quality of the rating. And that does not mean if a business has 100 reviews, cannot outrank a business that has 1,500 reviews. Then other factors come into being. Review count on its own does not have that great of an influence on ranking. But there has been some chatter about keywords in reviews being a ranking factor again. So I have to do a lot more testing before we can confirm if still is the case. Services, yes, adding services to your GBP profile does help. It can help you ranking when people are looking for specific services. Same with products. We do recommend adding products to your Google My Business profiles, so that people looking for them can find them and your profile shows up prominently for those product related searches. While adding services, do two things, okay? First, go into the GBP profile and see the auto suggested services. I think they have a bigger impact than custom services. So you do have the option of selecting Google suggested services based on your category. If they're the right one, select the right one. Don't just randomly select everything that they have to offer. And you do have an option of adding custom categories that you can even add from the Synup platform. Okay. Same with products. Showcase your well-established products are the most requested products. Then additional attributes also play an important role. For example, if someone is specifically looking for an Asian-owned business or disabled-owned business or a Latino-owned business, there are additional attributes that you can add. Otherwise, you'll overlook some of the facts that like small business attributes can be of real benefit from a searcher's perspective. But there are two fields I would recommend that you avoid if you're not offering it all the time. For example, there's a field for offers online appointments and estimates and on-site services. There are a bunch of feature bugs with both of those features, so avoid using them if you can. But rest of the attributes, if they're true, if they're related to your business, go ahead and select them. Menu items, yes, especially for restaurants and service type businesses, if you have clearly demarcated menu items along with pricing, when people looking for specific items from the menu, your businesses can show up. Another pattern that people have noticed and started reporting over the last few weeks is popular times. Every business gets to see that information when you're in a logged in state. You can see popular times for a business. I would recommend go to your competitor profiles and see what are the popular times, and see if you can ask your client to make sure the business is open during those hours, or even go beyond that. I usually ask people to take the top 5 competitors in the region and look at their hours of operation, and then ask the business if is there a possibility that they can extend their business hours beyond what the competitors offer at the moment. Okay, those are the tips for the week and helpful tools. So I'm a big on top content clustering tool all the time. So there are 2 tools that I came across recently that made my life easier. One was a topical map.ai. I'm always on the lookout for easy to use tools. This is one I found fairly reasonably priced that helps create topical map structures for your content clusters easily. And there's another tool that I came across from Daniel Foley that was SEOstack.ai. This is basically a Google Search Console based tool. You have to connect your Google Search Console, and it can make good, solid recommendations based on your clips and lab analysis and auditing your content. This I just started using, so I'll have some more feedback in maybe a month's time. Fairly reasonably priced for agencies, I think. 99 bucks if you, 99 pounds if you have 5 websites that you're trying to, that includes NLP briefs for the content, etc. Go take a look. Let me know if you find better use of them, or if you find other tools that can do the work. I really like this because it is based on Search Console data, which I trust more than Google Analytics data at the moment, to be honest. There's some good, solid content on their website that can help you learn from it. So go take a look and let me know. What do you think? Okay, I'm open for any additional questions that you may have.
Hi, everyone. We can take questions now. You can send it on the chat or just directly to me. Also, no need to take any notes or anything. We always share the recording of all the sessions along with detailed notes and the event deck with all of you after the event. You'll get it within 24 to 48 hours at max. Thanks for joining, James. A pleasure as always.
Okay, so if you have any specific topic that you would like to cover, for example, Cheryl from our team comes up with these great use cases from customers that they want us to cover. So we cover them offline directly with customers. If you're trying to present something to your stakeholders or you have a specific issue, just shoot us an email at hello@Synup. We monitor that. You can even email Akshita or me directly if you want, or you can just reach out to your CSM and ask them to connect with us. We'll be more than happy to jump on a call with you and look at any specific instances or data needs, or want a presentation to make sense of everything you're doing to your boss. Send them our way. We're more than happy to take a look. That's all from us for today. We'll probably see you again next week.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Ivan. Bye-bye.